It was a strange year for Trent Strong. His editor at the Chicago newspaper thought it would be a good idea to look into possible organized crime ties to unions down at the grain docks. Bad idea. Almost got himself bashed around by a few baseball bat-wielding goons with no affiliation whatsoever with the Cubs organization. A smart guy would have taken that as a sign and booked a trip to Costa Rica. Unfortunately, Trent has this affliction. When someone backs him into a corner, he comes out kicking like Bruce Lee on angel dust. The pen, being mightier than the sword, the fairy tale that it is, only works when the target gives a crap what the public thinks. The big fish always seem to avoid the net, or at least snap the line. That was early in the year, when Lake Michigan looks like a frozen pot of Java. It was the middle of August now and 500 miles north. Maybe Trent had actually come to his senses. He'd gotten a call in July from Bert Grimes to take over the weekly paper in Bear Lake, Minnesota. If you check on a map, Minnesota probably has 20 Bear Lakes. When the glaciers backed away and melted, leaving a nice smattering of fishing holes behind, not to mention a nifty slogan for license plates, which, by the way, everyone in the state knows should be closer to 15,000. It seems the people who name lakes ran out of choices. Anyway, this particular Bear Lake in northern Minnesota also happens to be the name of the town where Trent grew up and quickly learned to hate. But then, since the alternative was to stay in Chicago dodging bullets and baseball bats, he was convinced the change would be preferable. Trent pulled over to the curb on the main street of Bear Lake in his new Ford Ranger 4x4. He shut down the engine and gazed up the street at the front door of the Northwoods bar a block away. It was one of those nights where if the muggy air didn't suffocate you, the mosquitoes would swoop down and suck the life out of you. Having gotten a frantic call from his old friend Alex Lindbergh at his office a few hours ago, Trent agreed to meet him at the bar to discuss something too important to wait until morning. It was nearly 11:30 and Trent yawned thinking about the last few days moving north, organizing the lake home and trying to settle into the slower pace of the small town. He was a handsome man in a rugged sense, not overly tall or imposing, yet he had more than once fooled those much larger into believing he had nothing under his casual clothes that could hurt them. Not unlike that wandering half-breed in the 70s Kung Fu series. He was almost that calm and self-assured as well.